Hello and welcome back to Cynthia's conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, on my left, I have Yvonne. On my right,
Hi, Amaka.
Welcome back. Yvonne, please read for us.
Yes, I'm going to be a little bit fast on this one.
This is long.
I would love to share my life experience. I was married to a man I met outside the country who has no documents to come back to Nigeria. So I helped him with my paper to process his, and we later got married, though my family objected because he's a single father. But I refused, and we still did our wedding in July 2016 and moved to my own personal house in Ibadan. After all, I changed all my documents to his name, including my house. In 2017, we had a baby boy. I came to visit my family in Lagos with our baby, and a month later, he sold the house and flew with another woman. He left us with nothing, me and my son. This situation landed me in psychiatric hospital, and I spent 7 months there because all I have was gone. And all my traveling documents till now have not seen him, and his family did nothing about it. Have moved with my son here in Lagos, but left with nothing. And I even lost my mother in the process. Some men are just mean and wicked.
Wait, oh, sorry. She said she changed all her documents
She's married now.
to him and put it.
My dear, if you met someone outside this country, so that means they didn't meet in Nigeria, isn't it? So he met
and then
the
they
guy,
moved back to Nigeria.
They met here anywhere in the Western world, right?
Yeah.
So while you are here, sorry, can I start?
No, go on.
Did you hear what they call the prenuptial agreement before you tied the knot? Because this is not an isolation case. So I have seen. If I sit down here, begin the name.
It's not only men that do, women.
Yeah, people that will have things on their own, met someone, get married, change the whole thing to the man's name, and get kicked out of the house that they suffer for, and then the man will bring somebody else in. Open your eyes. What
planet were you in?
And now you are dangling in the street of Lagos. And then you see, this is the part that gets me really, really worked up. Tomorrow now, when you hear say that man don't drop dead, will they here begin to cry? Because you.
Wait, sorry, Bella, can you just read that? She left
Europe
or wherever it was,
Wherever,
went back to Nigeria, married him.
House,
and then we moved to your own house. That's fine.
And then
you changed your house to and your parents did not have that, and you say it's love. Maybe you use medicine, maybe you use juju. Because I don't. I get people doing joint bank accounts, and then wait. So everything you had, in short, you gave him
to marry, just to bear the surname, and in the end, you have the surname now plus the child that reminds you of the surname, but you have nothing else. Love. Let's clap for her.
Clap for her. You did.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Because this wait. Western world, like,
wherever.
Nigeria, all this Nollywood film where they watch, you think they are showing it for fun?
My dear,
because there is no Nollywood that doesn't talk about this in their storyline. So I'm just trying to calm down to
understand.
Because here you will see crime watch, you will see people talk about catfishing, all this nonsense going on. First and foremost, the first alarm when you met him,
when he didn't have paper,
he said no documents.
So did she meet him here?
Yes, now.
And then
she
went back to
met him outside the country. He didn't have papers to go back to Nigeria.
Okay, so she took him back.
So she took him back. Obviously, married him, did papers, and then went to her house in Ibadan.
Why didn't they come back here after the marriage? That's what I still don't know.
She went to Lagos to visit a family member, and the man saw the house and traveled back.
They came back to Ibadan where she had the house. After she had done that, then she traveled, then came back, only to find out that he had sold the house. He had moved in Ibadan. Exactly. Now, for me, the first alarm bell, no documents. If this guy was so good, so unresistible, please, why didn't you just screw him and leave it at that? Just go and screw the bloody every single time. What this is telling me, she probably is someone who was very desperate to marry.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
That
So she
to
would
me
do anything.
that is the only explanation for you to have, because that bell was ringing in front of you
and your parents
but you blinded it. The second alarm bell was nobody supported you. You blinded it. You must have been very desperate to marry.
Yeah, because you must have said, okay, to prove that you really love me, sign everything to my name, and then that will show
and
that.
after all, you're pregnant.
After,
child.
Because your parents don't like me, but I used to prove it. 419 works in different ways, though. It works in different ways.
Even if the funny thing is, even if his parents had agreed, this kind of one said you even use emotional blackmail to isolate her from her family.
Yes.
And to do all this, which is the abuse
this is what he did.
about. That's the abuse they're talking about.
But don't think it ends here.
Exactly.
The fact that wherever you were in Europe, all you need to do is to prove where you've stayed.
Yeah.
You have to go back to the embassy in the country in which you are living. You get back there with your paper and.
So she can't find her documents.
He said he hasn't found the man with the document, but you can as well go.
Yeah, if you go to the embassy, you have
because they're records.
Yeah, to be on the record. Yeah.
So because all you need to do, you go there with. You have to. I think you have to do like a statement first,
Yes.
which you take to the embassy, and then they will not send you to the country that you are to investigate.
Yeah.
I've seen where someone did this one time, far back as 2000. He took his wife and the family to Nigeria and then collect the children and the wife paper and came back to Europe.
Eh?
I swear to God.
And left the wife there. Where was she when he was
Left
collecting
the
the children?
They come and go Lagos, come back. He left the woman and the kids back there, but took their papers, carried the children paper, the passport,
and brought it back here to do
and came back and come and sit here. And then this woman was languishing in the village for months until she carried herself to the embassy with the children and go and tell them in the embassy that the man came to frustrate them in Nigeria, that he has taken the paper. Do you know what they did?
What did they do?
Do you know what they did? They first of all investigate, find out the children's school, the children
where they were here,
the godparents, their birth certificate.
Because she would know that he would know.
Once they established that the children were actually born, and the man, they did their own investigation, seeing the man going to work by himself, roaming around in the house. Yeah, they issued the wife and the children an emergency paper.
Document.
Once she landed at the airport, both the immigration and the police officer escort the woman to the house. Wait until the man get back from work. As he was coming, putting the key in the door, the wife and the kids and the cop were standing by. Tell the man to pack his bag and get out. That if this country cannot, the children are not suitable to stay here, then he should be here.
Exactly.
So that he should. That is how he dragged. They wait. They wait until, and they put a restraining order that he will not go 500 meters from the door of that house or go close to any of his children.
It will take time, but it can happen.
It does happen. This is not one child, two child, 3 kids. I didn't understand the logic behind it, because if you think that the marriage, you were done with the marriage,
that's fine.
Have a conversation. And if you think you can't, I can't see the reason why you say let's go home for a visit and you decided to frustrate the woman and then you came back here as if nothing happened. Sit down and have your life and how? So if I were you, madam,
go out for the
don't
embassy.
think it ends here. Don't because when things like this are happening, you hear different stories. I bet you the first thing your family are going to tell you, they will say, did we tell you?
Her mother, she lost her mom.
The process, at least every mother. So don't think it ends here. You can still bring yourself back here as long as the paper that you have before was legit and you have your life here and you can prove it.
Yes.
Go to the embassy.
Because anybody can go and say that I live here before. As long as you have an evidence to prove or things.
At least they know that you work now.
Exactly. You have your NI numbers, and if you were here, you have all your NI numbers and all your P60s and your bank statements and everything.
They can prove it.
You're working.
Or even the first thing you need to do, first things first, go and do a police case and say all your documents are lost. Because that's actually what will trigger the whole thing. Because say then when they are doing investigation, now say actually it's lost because so took it, and that would trigger the investigation. Because if you just go and say someone took it, it's kind of you say she say, but you really need that police document
report.
because it's like with passports. If you want, she can get passport for her children by saying it's lost. Once they have that police on, they will issue them with new passport, and then you can move from there.
And then you can come back. Don't stay in the same city where he is. You can start.
No, but you can even find him because he's a thief. He stole your documents. And then that woman, if he's married to that woman, then it's an illegal marriage, so he's committing bigamy. So he can get into trouble for that.
I think your first mistake was to packet him here to go and marry when you met him. And even if you have to do that for any reason that you are in love, I always said if you met somebody now and the person said he wants to marry, whatever you own before now is yours. I'm not interested in that. Whatever I had before now is mine. Whatever we both have from now on is for both of us.
But that's how it works.
That's how it works. Because I'm not going to go and sew where I didn't rape. I wouldn't want the sweat of somebody else, or neither would you want to do it to me. But that's me.
But even with law though, because even if whatever, like if all these superstars when they are divorcing, even law, the only thing that a woman can take half of or a man can take half is what was gained while we're together. Whatever I had before
it's mine.
It's mine, and that's the law anyway. So this one, but the mistake you made is you signed everything over to him.
Yeah, because technically he's his property.
So it's his own. So he didn't steal it. He has the right. So you got no leg to stand on because really and truly, with all those things that you took, you actually have no leg to stand on. The only thing that you can fight for is your documents
and travel legally.
And travel legally. But then all those other property, unfortunately, you did illegal and you signed it to him. Unfortunately,
unless you can prove that you were insane,
under duress,
insane or insanity, or you were under duress.
But if you bring a psychiatric one for 7 months,
exactly.
7 months. Well, they can say yes. That
you could use that. You could
that you are not in the right state of mind.
Right state of mind. But the thing is, I think for our culture as well, in fact everybody, but I think in particular we need to start learning all this issue of prenup, pre-contract, which also leads to conversation. But you know, like I always say, conversation, but we need conversation that is legal.
Yes, because
if we have that type of thing, I think all this shit will stop.
I agree.
Or reduce, sorry, it will stop. Some people will still be blinded, you know, but I think people need, because
a lot
of people, that's what they want.
How do you think? You see, this is the part of me that really gets me. You know? Then when after this woman don't suffer with this son now, and then that son becomes something else tomorrow. That same man will come up with audacity to come and say, my son hasn't been asking me.
It doesn't happen all the time.
Or assuming that boy now wins the lotto or something, he becomes successful. Oh, my son, I am the father. That's my son. Where the hell will you be?
A woman wrote this week on the internet and said, I just lost my father a couple of days ago, and funny enough, I don't feel anything.
Yes, I saw it.
Did you see?
I saw it, yes.
And a lot of people, many people resonate with that because they were like, it's true though, because the man has been absent in your life.
Yeah.
So somebody ringing you to tell you, oh, that your father, where you haven't seen in 20 years, don't that? Absolutely.
That's a subject.
What will it do?
That's a number. That's a number. That's a number.
Another person has died. Okay. I mean, so rest in peace. Okay.
Yeah.
And
because
and
then she said all the anger and all the things that she was feeling just
melted away.
It's like everything dies with him.
Yeah.
But that's the point. If you've not been in your child life for so long,
exactly. What were you
I don't know what moral ground you have to come and sit there and come and say he didn't say it or he said it. I just don't get it.
I saw a wedding that was televised, and this girl was panicking because her real father is alive and has only just come back into the life, but the man that picked her up was there. She categorically said the first father-daughter dance is going to be that guy.
Yeah, because he brought
nothing, because that's the one that she knows, you know. And but obviously, there was a lot of the family. There was a lot of work. So what they decided was they now did kind of like two dance, but they gave the longest and the first dance to that guy to dance. After dancing, then a few minutes later, that guy now sat down.
My friend, very good friend's daughter, first daughter, they are that got married. This is Nigeria. she said over her dead body, her father came. She didn't want to invite him. She didn't want to invite him. Her first dance, she danced with her brother, and she didn't scare. The man, nobody could say anything. Her brother walked her down the aisle.
Yes. Yeah.
Her first dance, she danced with father-daughter couple,
Yes,
Dr.
so
Sonny.
you know why I'm
And I have a friend, I have another friend, but this one now, she was getting married. This one guy, now it was the first, it was her husband. When they wanted to take picture of bride family
groom's family.
And the father, he looked at the father up and down, please. The mother's husband, who brought him up, like you said, from there. Yeah. The man was, we are vexing that who died. He took the picture with the person.
So this woman,
you come here when I'm in my 30s.
These are the men that I said these are the type of men that will take you from your high horse. They go dig 6 foot. Not only they will bury you, they want put concrete inside so that you not go feel raise your leg up. Because you met this woman wherever it was, whether it's Europe or America or Canada, wherever it was, and then drag her back to Africa to marry you, give you paper, and then you that didn't want to live in Africa now abandon her in Africa, escort with her money, her house, plus her documents, and then go and live, and then you will now be kneeling down every day, say God bless.
And you wonder why something.
No, God bless this marriage.
So the thing is, my dear, now okay, fine, you're better. Yes, we've yapped you. You've learned your lesson. Move on. Go and try and sort it out with the embassy. Because if you continue living in this world, that means you're letting him win. Do you understand? It's hard as it might be. Go to the embassy like we suggested. They will be able to trace your documents. It take time.
Yeah.
And then if you still want to, like she said, move away from this city he's in.
Yeah. I think the best thing to do is go get a police report. Go back to the embassy and tell them that you lost your paper. And after you've done that finish, and tell them this so name that took the paper. I don't know whether he's the one that took it or who did it. I don't know where he is. They will go and find. If he's still in the same country where you used to live before, they will go and fresh him out wherever.
And if he's married to somebody else, it's bigamy.
That is why, as long as you both have not divorced, and then he marries somebody else, that person, they go still escort him back to the airport.
Exactly.
Not only that, they go put a ban, say 10 years, you can't enter this country again. You know, this is not like the jungle country when you go squeeze a check for inside somebody's hand. It doesn't work yet. They will investigate, and I hope other women out there will learn from this time that if love, I said it's good to fall in love again, but please take your brain with you. Take care with you always.
And family should stop putting pressure, because that's again a lot of these people act out of pressure.
Yeah.
But her family didn't even want it.
Yeah. But my dear, I hope I'm glad other people should learn from. Until next time, bye.